There's no secret that 3D Mario has been getting an extreme amount of love from Nintendo. We got Mario Odyssey and then Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, and then a collection of old 3D Mario games being Mario 3D All-Stars with 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. So it looks like Nintendo really does love its 3D Mario, which I'm excited about because I am a huge, and I mean huge, 3D Mario fan. But what about the 2D Mario games? It seems like the love for those games is nowhere near as extreme as the 3D ones, as the only thing that we have on the Switch right now that represents that is the new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe game, which is really just new Super Mario Bros. U ported over with new Super Luigi U. But alongside these new Super Mario Bros. Games, something else started to arise starting on the Wii U, being Super Mario Maker. We just got Super Mario Maker 2 on the Nintendo Switch, which is just a dream field for people to create their own 2D Mario levels. So really, what's the point of having a new Super Mario Bros. Game in the first place at all? Well, I really don't know anymore when they could continue to make Mario Maker sequels and just keep adding more items, characters, and objects for the players to use. It's really just a perfect idea and might even be a new Super Mario Bros. Killer. And that's why I beg the question, is new Super Mario Bros. Dead? So first, let's look back at all the new Super Mario Bros. Games and to see when they came out. They seem to come out around 3 to 4 years apart, and let's look at the sales and see how well they actually did. New Super Mario Bros. DS sold 30 million copies, which is actually incredible for a DS game, and this was in 2006. New Super Mario Bros. Wii also sold 30 million units and came out 3 years later in 2009. So this game was actually super huge for the Wii, as well as big as New Super Mario Bros. DS was. So it's good to note that the series is definitely alive and well at this point. But unfortunately, when there's incredible highs for Nintendo, there's some pretty sad lows, and 2012 was an example of one of those. New Super Mario Bros. U released, and most of this was because of the actual platform of the Wii U just not doing well, but it only sold 5 million copies in 2012. Then Nintendo seems like they rushed and hurried up another new Super Mario Bros. Game in the form of New Super Mario Bros. 2 for the 3DS, and that sold 13 million when the first game sold 30. So clearly the series was starting to drop a little bit and things were starting to change for Nintendo. Now I did want to count this game because it was technically a Mario Brothers title. Super Mario Run came out on Android and iPhone devices, so you can download and play some cool Super Mario Brothers levels with a twist. And this sold a whopping 200 million downloads and 60 million in sales, so this obviously popped off big for Nintendo. Lots of people really wanted this game, and it was very accessible as all you had to do was download the app. You did have to pay if you wanted the extra levels, but clearly people paid for 60 million in sales. But this just made sense. It was a Mario Brothers game on your phone. Who didn't want this? And this was one of, I think, the actual first Nintendo app. So this was a big deal. And then in 2019, you had new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, another 3 years after Super Mario Run. And this was just new Super Mario Bros. U ported to the Nintendo Switch. But as of right now, it has 10 million copies sold, and it's only been, what, 2 years almost? Not even that? So this is actually really big for Nintendo, and it shows that people do still care about new Super Mario Bros. It's still early to see how much this is going to sell in the future, but it's already sold better than new Super Mario Bros. U in total of the Wii U. So this is obviously a better platform, and lots of people really can actually get this game now since they have the Switch, but it's still not where it used to be in a way. New Super Mario Bros. DS and Wii kind of broke the internet because it was a new thing. It was the return of the original Mario Bros. Formula with some amazing new items and stage designs, but now it just feels like a big rinse and repeat in that we've seen everything that there is to see in New Super Mario Bros. In fact, I love New Super Mario Bros. On the DS and obviously the one on the Wii, but it just kind of started to peter out after that. And when the Wii U came around and New Super Mario Bros. 2, and obviously now the new port of New Super Mario Bros. U, it just seems like it's just reflushing and reusing the same water over and over and over again. It's just not fun. And before we question why New Super Mario Bros. Is just not the same, if you enjoy New Super Mario Bros., that's great, that's awesome. This is just trying to explain why the series just hasn't been as good as it used to. And I think that's just new ideas. New Super Mario Bros. DS was the first to do it, and it had a lot of new, unique ideas with original enemies and bosses, and it was just really good. And New Super Mario Bros. Wii did that same thing pretty much, but on the Wii, and it was still basic, but it was the first of the games until we started getting that repeated. New Super Mario Bros. Wii has been pretty much repeated 3 times, and it's just... it's just not fun. Mario and friends still have the same exact moveset, so nothing really changes with that. They move the same, the enemies are just basic Nintendo enemies, the bosses are the Koopalings with Bowser and Bowser Jr. again, and the worlds are all the same. You have your water world, your desert, your green grassland, your jungle. It's just the same stuff repeated and repeated and repeated and repeated, and it just doesn't do anything new or strive to hit any new heights. It's just kind of like we know what to expect from a new Super Mario Brothers game. Ever since Mario Maker came around, it just seems like the fans make 10 times better levels than Nintendo could ever make, and even Nintendo's made their own levels within a Mario Maker 2 story mode, which seemed like an overall 10 times better game than any of the new Super Mario Brothers games. So that's why in my head I'm like, why would they ever go for a new Super Mario Brothers game ever again after this? Another game that I want to bring up and place at the forefront is Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong has been excellent. All of the Returns games, well, there's only 2 of them, but they've been so good. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is just one of the best 2D platformers. I think the best 2D platformer for Nintendo. The environments are rich and detailed. It goes to 2.5D sections sometimes. There's unique enemies and bosses and character design, and the moveset potential for Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong and Cranky Kong are a lot different from each other. They all have their own special abilities and can move in certain ways, and you can absolutely dash through a level based on the way the characters move, and the music is just phenomenal. I mean, this is our 2D gameplay right here, and I would not be surprised if Donkey Kong does take over 2D, you know, for Nintendo. Instead of new Super Mario Brothers games, we're just going to keep getting new Donkey Kong games, which I would be super down for. And with the recent rumors of there potentially being either a 3D or a new 2D Donkey Kong, it looks like new Super Mario Brothers may not happen anytime soon, if at all. And this is why. It needs new ideas, fresh ideas, the way Donkey Kong implements them, and Donkey Kong just fully feels like a fleshed out game that we've been needing from new Super Mario Brothers. Okay, I'm about to get really crazy here, but just hear me out. Super Paper Mario is one of those Paper Mario games that people just don't like because it's not the Paper Mario formula. It's not really a turn-based RPG strategy game. It's more of a 2D Mario platformer with some puzzle elements included. That's my point. To me, I don't really look at Super Paper Mario as quote-unquote a Paper Mario game, but rather, I look at it as the best 2D Mario game ever to release, and that includes all the new Super Mario Brothers titles. Yes, I know, but hear me out. It's not based on quick precision platforming and timing as much as it is exploration, and maybe that's where Nintendo needs to look. Maybe their new Super Mario Brothers games, or whatever they do with 2D Mario in the future, needs to be rebranded entirely and changed completely into not just a 2D adventure platforming game, but more of an adventure puzzler where you have to do things and find secret routes and just do stuff like that. That would be a lot of fun. Maybe you could even talk to different NPC characters, and you can maybe have different characters to play as, like you could with Bowser, Luigi, and Peach in this game. You could have partner characters that help you out, and it could feel like almost Super Paper Mario, but more of, you know, platforming involvement and stuff like that, but it just has that adventure aspect. It gives reason to play the game, new story elements, you know, new unique worlds and bosses, and it could kind of mend itself with new Super Mario Brothers and RPG games like Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi series. That would be something very interesting and a great way to start a new 2D Mario franchise where it has story, characters, and exploration, and it feels really good to play as Mario and friends as well. There's overall just something to be said about originality, and I think New Super Mario Bros. Has had its time in the light. I don't think we need a New Super Mario Bros. 3, 4, 5, 6 world and all that stuff, but I think we should do something new with a 2D Mario game. Some type of new franchise very akin to Super Paper Mario, and I think Nintendo could do it. I really think there's potential, you know, especially with Nintendo repeating that formula over and over and over again and eventually porting over New Super Mario Bros. U. I think Nintendo knows that they need something new entirely on the Switch if they're going to put another 2D Mario game on it, and it's got to be something just incredibly different. But I'm looking forward to the future and the creative ideas of Nintendo, and hopefully they come up with something new. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Do you guys think we should get a new branded 2D Mario game? Do you want another just New Super Mario Bros. Game at its core? Or do you just not want to see 2D Mario anymore and just Nintendo focus on 3D Mario games like Odyssey and 3D World? Let me know in the comments down below, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's video, stop what you're doing and make sure that you are subscribed. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.